There's a saying we've all heard before: when it rains, it pours. And for many of us, that's how life feels sometimes. One thing goes wrong, and suddenly everything else follows. You lose your job, your health starts acting up, the bills pile up, the people you thought would stand by you begin to disappear. You look around and wonder, when will this end? But here's something I want you to hold on to: storms don't last forever. No matter how fierce the winds are, no matter how loud the thunder roars, there comes a moment when the sky clears, the air calms, and the sun returns. Every storm that has ever raged in the sky or in your soul has always passed, and so will yours. Every person alive will face storms. They come uninvited, sometimes softly, sometimes suddenly. Storms don't care if you're rich or poor, strong or weak, prepared or unprepared. But here's the thing: storms reveal what's inside you. If you shake a cup of coffee, only coffee spills out. If you shake a cup of water, only water comes out. The storm doesn't put something new inside you. It only reveals what's been there all along. When life shakes you, what spills out? Fear or faith? Bitterness or courage? The answer tells you what's really living in your heart. You see, life storms are not here to destroy you. They are here to develop you. They test the strength of your roots. They show you what needs to change, what needs to grow, and what needs to go. The worst thing you can do in the middle of a storm is stop moving. Because when you stop, the storm consumes you. When you stop, fear grows louder. When you stop, pain multiplies. But when you move, you create momentum. Even if your steps are small, even if you're crawling, progress doesn't always look like power sometimes. It just looks like persistence. There's an old saying, the only way out is through. You can't skip the storm. You can't fast forward through pain. But you can walk through it step by step, prayer by prayer, breath by breath. You may bend, but you won't break. You may cry, but you'll still climb. Because you were never meant to die in the storm, you were meant to outlast it. Every storm has a message if you're willing to listen. Sometimes the storm says, slow down. Sometimes it says, let go. Sometimes it says, you've outgrown where you are. Maybe the storm you're in is not a punishment. Maybe it's a promotion in disguise. Think about it. The caterpillar doesn't become a butterfly without first being wrapped in darkness. The seed doesn't sprout until it's buried in the dirt. The diamond doesn't shine until it's been under pressure. So if you feel buried right now, remember, you're not buried to die. You're planted to grow. Don't waste your storm complaining about the rain. Use it to grow roots so deep that no wind can ever uproot you again. When you're standing in the rain and the thunder won't stop, it's easy to lose hope. You might say, I've prayed and nothing changed. You might cry, I've tried and failed again. But faith isn't about seeing the sun, it's about believing it's still there, even when clouds cover it. Faith says, I don't know how this will end, but I know who's walking with me through it. When Peter stepped out of the boat to walk on water, he was doing fine until he looked at the waves. The moment he focused on the storm, he began to sink. But the moment he focused back on Jesus, he rose again. That's the lesson: where your focus goes, your strength flows. Don't focus on how strong the storm is. Focus on how strong you've become because of it. History is filled with people who faced storms and refused to quit. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in a cell, but the storm didn't break his spirit, it forged his purpose. Oprah Winfrey faced poverty, abuse, and rejection, yet she turned her pain into power. Abraham Lincoln failed in business, lost elections, and faced deep depression, but he kept moving until he became one of the most respected leaders in history. The truth is, the storm you survive becomes the story that inspires others. Someone out there needs your survival story. Someone is waiting to see how you rise after the rain. Every storm has a beginning, a middle, and an end. When it ends, you'll realize the storm didn't break you. It built you. It stripped away your fears, refined your faith, and revealed your strength. After the rain, the air smells cleaner, the sky looks brighter, and the ground is ready for new growth. And that's exactly what happens in your life after you survive a storm. You become more grounded, more grateful, more powerful. You start seeing the world differently, not as a battlefield, but as a classroom. Not as chaos, but as construction. You're not the same person who entered that storm. You've grown wings while others saw only rain. So I say this to you: keep moving forward when the sky turns dark. Keep moving forward when the people you counted on walk away. Keep moving forward when fear whispers, "You can't." Because the moment you choose to stop is the moment your breakthrough stops moving toward you. There's something waiting beyond the storm. Peace, purpose, clarity, joy. You just have to keep walking until you reach it. The night may be long, but morning always comes. Tears may fall, but joy always follows. Wounds may hurt, but healing always happens. You are not done yet. Your story is still being written, and this storm is just a chapter, not the whole book. When this storm ends, and it will, you'll look back and realize it wasn't your end. It was your awakening. You'll see that what you thought was a breakdown was really a breakthrough. What you thought was a setback was setting you up for something greater. So stand tall even if you're shaking. Smile even through the tears. And walk even if your steps are slow. Because the storm is temporary. Your spirit is not. Your hope is not. Your purpose is not. And when the sun shines again, and it will, you'll stand in that light, stronger, wiser, and unshakably grateful that you never gave up. This storm will pass. I am not defined by what I'm going through. I am defined by how I rise. I will keep moving, keep believing, and keep fighting. Because storms don't last forever, but strong souls do.